Ex-Marine David Morgan recently opened a new business in Los Angeles dedicated to helping people vent. Though not at people. For just $8, customers get to spend a few minutes beating on this dummy.
This is what this is for, the bataka. This can be a situation, an incident, a person.
I gave it a try. I thought about my boss and my older brother.
I like this.
It was a good workout, but would this reduce anger?
Whatever you're carrying, you don't want to go home and give it to the kids. You don't want to give it to your wife.
And people say this makes a difference?
Yes, it makes a big difference.
Carolyn Amos says it does. She's tried all kinds of other techniques.
I walk and I meditate, and they help. They help get the stress out, but it's nothing like hitting the dummy. I mean, you just really have to whack something.
She says she's always gotten angry in traffic, fuming at the delays, screaming at people who cut her off, until she did this.
The anger just wasn't there. I think it went into the dummy.
Well, the venting here takes just minutes. Other methods take days.
I'm not going to hold it in anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Open your
I'm going to
throat.
let it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
People pay $800 to spend 4 days in John Lee's anger release workshop.
Yeah. Yeah. Open your throat. Yeah.
People yell, throw things, scream into pillows. How does hitting the pillow or throwing the pillow make a difference?
You know, most people are trying to get this. Man, I'm glad I got that out of my system.
Other cultures have rituals for release, he says. In Japan, they have screaming contests.
And the one who yells the loudest wins a prize.
Get out! Get out!
So he does it here in his increasingly popular workshops. Florence Brown suffered through a long divorce. As the legal process ground on, her husband refused to leave their house, and Florence put up with it. But now Lee encourages her to express her anger.
Get out! Stay out!
What you teach people to do feels a lot like a 2-year-old throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, in many ways it is. They all go, oh, I'm so angry that my truck is out of batteries and it doesn't work, and I'm so angry. They get it out and it's done.
Lee argues that it's not enough to talk about angry feelings. We hold anger in our muscles, he says. So to release it, you have to get physical.
Squeeze as hard as you are angry for people not seeing you, and you're just seeing the outside and not seeing the inside. Now, why don't you just say the phrase, see me?
See me!
Yeah.
Not anybody else, me!
Yeah.
Michael Blair knows he has an anger problem. Still, he thought venting at an anger workshop was ridiculous. The therapist had to talk him into it. Now he can't get enough of it.
Oh, see me already!
You can see what a release it brings him. Makes sense that this is a good thing for angry people to do.
It's a seductive theory. It does make sense, but it's a myth. There's virtually no scientific evidence to support it.
Brad Bushman's a professor of psychology at Iowa State. He's among a number of social scientists who now believe venting's a bad idea.
Any kind of venting is bad, they say. Venting at people or even inanimate objects. Sure, they say it'll make you feel better, but the feeling won't last, and it'll just make you more angry the next time.
To prove that, Bushman recently recruited hundreds of college students to test whether hitting this punching bag would really make them less angry later. First, he had each student write an essay, which was then evaluated by an unseen partner.
So this is your partner's evaluation of your essay.
Actually, there was no partner. Every student was told, "This is one of the worst essays I've ever read."
I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right.
Then Bushman had some of the students hit the punching bag. Others were told there was some technical difficulty at the lab.
Unfortunately, we're having some problems with your partner's computer.
So they just sat here for 2 minutes. Then both groups got a chance to get back at their partner by blasting them with a loud noise in this computer game.
Okay.
If the venting theory were right, students who had a chance to vent their anger by hitting the bag should express less anger later. But they expressed more. They pressed the buzzer down twice as long as the others. The students who just sat there were less aggressive.
All the advice I hear is that if you're angry, you gotta vent it or it eats you up.
It's bad advice. It produces harmful effects. It's bad for society.
Most researchers we talked to agreed with Bushman, and other studies have gotten similar results.